I invite you now to close your eyes and take some deep breaths as you open up your spine, stretching your spine from root to crown, and go ahead and ground into the earth by sending a grounding cord from the base of your spine down into the earth. And then a cord from the top of your head right up into the stars, so that you're connecting to earth and sky, feeling the support of the cosmic realms and the support of Mother Earth. Imagine that you are going about your daily life and you remember that you are shifting gears from your physical body awareness to your emotional awareness and right up into your spiritual awareness. Your higher self, your spirit, has a much bigger, broader perspective of your life. So imagine that you can, at will, shift into your spiritual perspective. And now imagine that you're waking up in your life and going about your daily life, and consider one challenge that you are facing in your life right now that you would like to get a higher perspective on. So imagine this thing that's up for you, a challenge or something that you're working on, maybe a project. And you are now looking at it, perceiving it from a higher perspective. As you look at this challenge, what does your spirit think about this challenge facing you? Let your spirit describe, tell you in words, what does your spirit think about this? Take some time and listen. And if you were in your lower vibration or your psychological body, what would you normally think, or how would you normally think about this challenge? Are those thoughts different than your spiritual thoughts? Oftentimes our psychology, when we're thinking about a problem, we often get worried or concerned or anxious, and we have anxious thoughts. So feel what anxious thoughts feel like versus spiritual thoughts. And if you have any anxious thoughts or thoughts that are kind of going around a hamster wheel, or obsessive or ruminating thoughts, when you're at your lower vibration, allow your spirit to have compassion and see what your spirit would like to do. How would your spirit like to help your lower vibration thoughts? Can you dissolve them or calm them down? Imagine your spirit has power. And when your spirit is online and you are consulting your spirit, imagine you have the power to dissolve any negative thinking. And go ahead and do that now. Imagine that your powerful spirit is alchemically shifting those lower vibration thoughts. And that makes it easier now to shift up to your spiritual perspective and to think spiritual thoughts about this challenge. So go ahead and tell yourself the spiritual thoughts. And thank your spirit for its power and its presence to dissolve those old negative thought forms. And now imagine that you're approaching the same challenge with your feeling body, your feelings. What does your psyche feel about this challenge? And when you're feeling those feelings, how does it make your body feel? Does it affect your guts? Does it affect your heart? And now imagine that you can shift up to spirit, and your spirit can feel into this challenge. What feelings does your spirit offer you about this challenge? And how does that make you feel? Imagine your spirit is super powerful and has a superpower of dissolving any negative feelings that you carry in your psychological body. So go ahead and turn on your spiritual alchemy of feeling and allow that to dissolve any negative feelings that you might be carrying. Just let it dissolve those feelings that tie up your guts in knots. Let them go. Dissolve those old feelings. And allow your spirit to come more fully online. And let your spirit replace those old feelings with your spiritual feelings. And it could be soothing feelings like everything's going to be all right. And I'm going to feel great when I move through this challenge. So thank your spirit for its power to dissolve any negative thoughts or feelings. And now shift to actions, to your behaviors. How does your psychological body normally respond with behaviors and actions to this challenge that you are facing? Do you distract yourself or want to run away or maybe do old habits? What are those behaviors and actions from your psyche? And how does that make you feel when you are behaving and acting out of an old pattern? And now shift up to your spirit. How would your spirit act and behave in the face of this challenge? And now turn on your spiritual superpower and imagine replacing all negative behaviors with spiritual positive ones. And let those old behaviors dissolve and replace them with your spirit. And now imagine walking through your day-to-day life with consciousness. What would my spirit think in this situation? What would my spirit feel? What would my spirit do? And imagine on an hour-to-hour, day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis how your life could be different if you were thinking, feeling, and acting from spirit. Picture yourself doing this, facing every relationship, every challenge, every problem, with spirit in charge of your thinking, your feeling, and your acting. So you turn on the news. How does your spirit respond? You're talking to a loved one. How would your spirit like to speak and feel and act with your loved ones? Imagine you're living your life and suddenly you start to feel judgmental and critical of yourself or others. You stop and you say, what would my spirit think, feel, and do? Would I feel judgmental? Probably not. So your spirit says, I'm going to dissolve that right now. I'm going to let that go and I'm going to shift into more love, into seeing this situation with more awareness. Consider the way you talk to yourself. Is that coming from your spirit or old patterns? Imagine that you're willing to talk to yourself sweetly, lovingly. How would that change your life? Let's take some time now to shift completely into your spirit, into your higher self. You can imagine this by simply thinking about climbing up your inner tree of life and climbing up into the branches to get a higher perspective. Just take some deep breaths as you are in your spirit perspective, and imagine that here up in the branches of your tree, taking the higher perspective, that you are now taking in more light. So imagine that light is filling your being and that you are allowing this light into every cell, and it is calibrating your body to your spirit. Let your spirit come fully into every cell so that it becomes natural and automatic for you to think spiritually, feel spiritually, and act spiritually. We are reprogramming our cells, our wiring, our perspective to see through the eyes of our spirit. Imagine your cells are calibrating to spirit. You are taking more light into your system, more enlightenment, more awareness. And allow your body to feel good. It feels good when you allow your spirit to live inside of you and to think, feel, and act every day. You are raising your vibration every day, putting in a foundation for your spirit, building your inner temple. So imagine your life with the thoughts, feelings, and actions of your spirit. So come back to your body now. Come back to this time and place. Just take a few deep breaths, knowing that you have a superpower you can call on any time to observe your life, to face challenges, and to be in your relationships. So come back to this present moment now, and then gently, when you're ready, you can open your eyes.